There are so many decisions to make from moment to moment when you're running your own business. It's a little bit like being at Grand Central Station and looking for the right train to hop on board. But how do you know that you hop onto the right one? I'm Louise Poole.
And I'm Andy Leroy, and we're giving you the insights that elevate you as an expert in your field.
Elevating experts. In the beginning, there was the spark of an idea.
And before too long, that idea took form.
It grew legs and it started to walk.
Then it seemed to develop a mind of its own.
So, before this glorious new beast runs off into the sunset with stars in its eyes, we need to think about what it is going to need.
I thought we were using the train analogy.
Okay, driver, choose a platform.
Not a bad start. We all want to get somewhere with what we're doing, so it's important to think about our destination and the stops along the way.
It's really handy to think about what experience you're looking for and how much time you're prepared to stay there.
Ordinarily, we'd start out with plan.
But this time, we're going to look through the tour guide and see what excites us the most.
Structure is vital. Without the right foundations, your business might outgrow its structure really quickly or take what feels like an eternity to get there.
Before you jump right on in and register your business, have a think about the different structures available and the implications of each type.
Operating as a sole trader or partnership are completely legitimate ways to operate your business, but how will this impact on your growth plans?
If you're signing contracts with customers and decide to change to a company structure instead, what will be the impact, aside from immediate costs, of novating those contracts?
That sounds like a fancy term, Louise.
It does. I've been chatting to lawyers, and one of them told me about the risks involved with novating contracts, which is just a legal term for updating a contract between your client and your business in its new form.
The things to think about here are not only the cost of drawing up new contracts, but whether the suggestion of a new contract will prompt your client to negotiate different terms to what was in place.
Another thing to think about is how you're going to fund your business.
Cash flow is really important for obvious reasons. So how will you get the money flowing in the first 12 months of trade? Will you bootstrap the funds?
Which is a very fancy way of saying you'll pay for everything yourself out of your own savings.
Or will you seek funding from external sources?
This might mean fronting up to the bank for a loan or attracting private investors who may want to have a say in your decision-making in return for their investment.
So many possibilities before we even start speaking to our first prospective customer.
The best bet is to speak to as many professionals as you can. Have a chat to a lawyer about the best operating structure for what you want to do into the medium and long terms.
Speak to a tax specialist about the tax implications for each option available to you.
There are also lots of state and federal resources available to help you navigate the right path for your business.
So before your train departs, you'll know you're going in the right direction with no unexpected stops.
Starting a new business can seem like a pretty daunting task, but it doesn't have to be.
We've added some tips and links into the show notes, but let's quickly double back on the important parts.
Do your research and make sure the structure you choose is going to be the right one for where you want to be in 5 years' time.
Find a lawyer who specialises in your line of work and chat about the pros and cons for different structures against your vision.
Tax is also important to think about and how different funding models might help or hinder your growth.
Next time on Elevating Experts, refining your brand voice for different social media platforms.
Elevating Experts with Welcome Change Media, giving you the insights that elevate you as an expert in your field. Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays.
Check our show notes and website for more information on today's topic.
Hit subscribe and share with your friends and colleagues so we can all rise together.
For a tailored solution to help with your branding goals, contact us today via welcomechangemedia.com.au.
Elevating Experts is a Welcome Change Media production.